responding to a simulated Alert 3C at the approach end of runway 16. ARF-1 establishing an airport command. ARF-3 will be ARF operations for the call.
Airport is conducting a drill of its emergency response readiness. The drill will end at approximately 12 p.m. This is only a drill. Attention in the terminal. Attention in the terminal. The airport is conducting a drill of its emergency response.
316. I'd like to position.
Inbound from, actually I'm not sure where it's coming from. It looks like the 10 o'clock arrival though. Alright, you can come to the AOC, we'll get it for
The AOC, the Airport Operations Center, is you might call it like a miniature emergency operations center.
Daytona Beach International Airport is an indexed airport under the FAA. So it's really important that the ARF team can follow the FAA's guidelines. So they've got to arrive on scene in a timely manner, under 180 seconds, and then make sure that the fire is out and all the passengers are out of that danger area in a timely manner.
This will be an MCI.
944, 925, right at November 10th, taxi via Echo November.
The ARF team has three major objectives. The first one is for both ARF units to arrive on scene safely, flowing firefighting foam on the fuselage in less than 180 seconds. That's really big for us. Our next objective is to pull a hose line and, with the help of Daytona Beach Fire Department, make entry into the aircraft, put out small fires that we couldn't get from the outside, and of course rescue anybody that's still in the plane. And then our third objective, again working with Daytona Beach Fire Department, is to get all the passengers out of what we call the hot zone, that area in and around the aircraft that's dangerous, and get them to one spot that we call the casualty collection point. From there, they'll be handed over to emergency medical services for triage, treatment, and transport.
The 2025 Triennial Exercise is a test of the airport's emergency plan. It's a FAA mandated and required test that we conduct every 36 consecutive calendar months. Right now we're going through triage. We're early on into the life cycle of this incident, and we're still going to see how it all plays out.
The objectives that the Emergency Management Division has for this training exercise being held here at Daytona International Airport is to, again, integrate ourselves better into the day-to-day and the emergency operations conducted here at the airport in the event of an incident. In emergency management, we want to be in a position where we can support those ongoing operations with the family and relative center.
I'll be en route to the AOC to get any of my other staff on site for support.
Hey John, it's Greg, Daytona Airport. How you doing?
Hey Dwayne, Eric Troyd again, AOC.
Not much.
I need the microphones and the partitions put up in the FRC.
Hello everyone, can I have your attention please? I have just been notified that the surviving passengers are going to be brought over to the center to be reunified with their friends and relatives.
We're at a critical stage right now. The fire's been put out by the ARF trucks. We've got all the viable patients away from the hot zone. They're going through triage. We're separating the non-injured from the injured, and we're working on a way to get all of these people to a hospital.
Where is
The FRC is a designated, secure location where families and friends of passengers involved in an aircraft incident can receive timely, accurate information, be reunited with survivors, access mental health, chaplaincy, and support services, work with airline representatives, emergency responders, and victim advocates, and maintain privacy from the media during a time of distress.
The importance of the event is that this airport is central to our entire operation, and we need to be prepared just in case, God forbid, the worst happens. We want to be a strong partner for the community that has to reach out and respond to these kinds of emergencies.
It's my job to facilitate the incoming units to make sure that the personnel operating on the emergency scene get the resources that they need to do whatever task they need necessary. So in an incident like this, when we're pulling multiple units, Daytona Beach's role is being able to work hand in hand with the ARF trucks and the battalions at the county level. It definitely helps and make sure that we're all on the same page. From the incident command point of view, it appeared that everything went smoothly and that the units on scene were able to handle the incident at its full capacity.
So far, the event's going really well. After we started getting enough law enforcement units on scene, I was able to join up with the firefighters, and we made a unified command so that we could start channeling our resources, pulling them together to make sure that the mission happened safely and securely. I think it's so vital that we're able to unify our command, not only with the incident command system, but we're able to work together with our partner agencies.
And the value of the exercises are really for all participants in a major accident to interface with each other and find out what really needs to be done and what are the strengths and the weaknesses. In a major commercial airline accident, when we get on scene, the first thing we're going to do is we will work, of course, with the fire department, the medical examiner, and the FBI when there may be suspect of any terrorism acts. If there's not, then the NTSB will take the lead role on that and work with the company that is involved in the accident. We'll work with air traffic controls. We work with the fire department. We work with the manufacturers of the engine and the airframe. We would call the recovery company, and the insurance companies would look at getting the aircraft removed as quickly as possible after the on-site investigation is done. Usually it can take up to 12 to 18 months to complete.
Today we're hoping to exercise our partnership with the Volusia Sheriff's Office Crime Scene Unit. We want to multiply our staffing in the field for forensic investigations. We're going to have their crime scene investigators partner one-to-one with our death investigators processing the scene. We're also hoping to test our plans with the hazmat unit to decontaminate the decedents. We want to test and see if the plans that we have in place are going to be appropriate for evidence preservation and collection.
Appreciate the opportunity to participate in these important exercises. Classroom learning is one thing, but whenever students can get out in the field and experience the real thing, it allows us to connect the dots. So we look forward to the triennial exercise to get our students from the International Society of Air Safety Investigators seat time, so to speak, when it comes to investigating an accident and being operational.
The objectives of the NTSB is to follow the chain of custody protocols, preserving the black box and data recorder evidence, and working with the FAA and local agencies to prevent secondary hazards.
The training objectives that the American Red Cross is going to have for this exercise is one, to provide feeding to the families and the actors that are going to be here for the exercise, but also be part of the Friends and Relatives Center to provide the care and comfort to the survivors and also to their families and relatives.
Well, on a normal day, I serve as the airport's PIO. When there is a mass casualty incident at the airport or any emergency that involves a commercial aircraft, the airport is limited to the information that we will provide. A lot of that information needs to come from the NTSB or law enforcement. So it's our responsibility as airport PIOs to make sure that we're following the protocol of what information is able to be released to the public.
I think coming from a student's perspective, this was a great opportunity for us to kind of come out into the field and really put everything that we're learning in the classroom out to work. This was a great opportunity for us to really communicate with other departments that we would actually communicate with out in the field. So really taking everything that our professor has taught us, putting it to work, this was a great experience. It was a great exercise.
From this whole experience, we are more prepared for the real world scenario and what to expect when we have true evidence, true personal effects, actual decedents before us that need that decontamination, and that's a major win from this exercise.
As far as things that we could improve on, I would love to see an exercise of actual timing. I know it's harder to have all the resources responding from their actual areas, and it costs a lot of money to bring in people on overtime, but I think responding and getting an actual time lapse of what this would look like would be really a good thing to see.
My assigned role is ARF supervisor, but for the drill, I was one of the planners and one of the coordinators to put it together. For the ARF objectives, they went wonderful. If we were to do anything different, we would maybe try to focus on getting those passengers to that casualty collection point quicker. But all in all, the times we put down on paper were great. Very happy with them.